Out here fishing again today with our Get Hook Magic Baits, our Wacky style rig hook, and our black and blue. And these finesse hooks have a bunch of wires on them. These are carbon fiber steel cut hooks. Great hooks. And I've been fishing with this hook for about 2 weeks now. And again, you know, as my previous videos, and if you guys watch my live videos on these wacky styles, if you have a little patience, you know, you just cast out. That's what we'll do. We'll give it a little cast. Have a little patience, let it sink down to the bottom. When you're fishing these wackies, you know, patience is virtual, and I like to get mine to where it's kind of sinking down towards the bottom, give it a couple seconds, and I like to just kind of raise. Once I feel kind of the line stop and the line will start floating towards the top, I'll know I'm on the bottom. I'll just kind of raise up a little bit, you know, and just work that style of bait, you know. Now, is this technique, you know, there's different styles, you know, depending on the type of fishing during the year. If it's tough out or whatever, sometimes, you know, I'll work that wacky style a little bit faster. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of weight on there, you know, just depending on the situations and stuff. But you know, typically I like to cast out, and then once I start seeing the line to where it's coming back towards me, like it's starting to sink or floating, you know, one or the other on the water, you know, then I know I'm on the bottom. And then I'll just typically just kind of raise the rod tip up and, you know, go that route. Let's get over here and get a little recast out here. And again, you know, I did the same thing. Cast out, let it sink down. Till I see my line starting to straight out. And it just kind of rocks down the bottom, and then I just kind of raise my rod tip up. And what I do is all in the elbow here. Just raise up and down. It's all in the arm. And keeping your arm straight up and down, you know, when you're on the bottom there. And another thing too, if you keep this rod, you know, back here, if you're fishing all day, this helps out a lot. And I keep my finger out here with my finger straight out to brace this rod over here. So if I'm out here catching, you know, a lot of fish, and I run Florida bass charter trips and stuff, and you know, sometimes my clients want me to fish, and you know, it gets tiresome. You know, it's not a bad thing when you're out here catching 30 or 40 fish a day. But, you know, sometimes if you're doing that 3 or 4 days a week, you know, it'll wear you out. So, you know, this is just a little, this is my style, what I like to do if you're out here fishing, and, you know, it just helps you fish a little bit longer. So less fatigue, it just kind of balances. Tucking that rod right underneath above the elbow out there, and just allows you to fish a lot longer. It's more comfortable. So that's just my tip. You know, maybe it's for you. Maybe you can put it into your technique as well. Here, Get Hook Magic Bait. So what we have here is, today we're going to be out here fishing with the Get Hook Magic Baits. This is our finesse hooks, and I got it on a Wacky Rig on a black and blue. And you know, we're just gonna, generally when I like to get out here in an area, you know, I'll give it a cast out. And I like to let it sink down there towards the bottom, you know, give it a couple of seconds, and you know, let it sink down there nice and slow. And once I feel it down to the bottom, I'll just kind of lift up a little bit, and there we go. And he's jumping out today. And you know, these baits, if you just work them correctly and have a little finesse and just kind of play around with it a little bit, and if you have the patience, and as you can see, our Get Hook Magic Baits, they're ready to go again for the next cast. One thing about our baits is good quality. They last over and over. We don't use O-rings. We just put them on there and go, just catch fish, and have a little finesse style, have a little patience. If you like to work this style of bait, that'll be good for you.